Thank you. May I request Mr. Ramkumar Shashi, who was mentor for the program, to take over from me. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Lokrat sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very, very interesting panel for you. So may I request everybody to please settle down, and the photographers, Sairam ji, may I request you to settle down. Okay, thank you very much. We have a very interesting panel. May I request the first speaker, Mr. Nitesh Patil, the moderator for this session. Can I request his introduction on the Nitesh Patil? Right. Shri Nitesh Patil is a IAS. He is the Director MSME Government of Karnataka. He is a distinguished 2012 Karnataka cadre IAS officer from Bijapur, holding a BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from the Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology. Since July 15, 2024, he has been serving as Director MSME, Department of Industries and Commerce. Prior to this, he was Deputy Commissioner, District Manager, Magistrate for Belgavi and Dharwad, where he adeptly managed the challenging COVID-19 pandemic. His extensive public service career includes serving in the capacities of Additional Commissioner of Commercial Taxes Enforcement, Joint Commissioner for BBMP South, Additional District Election Officer Bangalore South, and CEO of Zilla Parishad in Chitradurga. Remarkable achievements include the National Award for Effective Implementation of Manrega in 2016, honored as the Best District Election Officer by the Honorable Governor in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Nilesh Patil. Sir, can you...
Thanks to Ram Seshu sir for introducing me. I'm Nitesh Patil, Director MSME. So first of all, I would like to congratulate FKCCI, CASIA and Pina Industries Association for coming together and organizing this tremendous India MSME Conclave. Very good response has come. Almost more than 160 stalls. All the stalls are full, and I got to know even till yesterday also there were so many inquiries for the stalls and they couldn't accommodate. So next year I think with the synergy of when we come together, with the synergy the event will become bigger. Similarly the MSMEs can also grow. So with this note, I welcome again all the audiences. To set the note, I want to start with the MSME landscape of India. See, again, in India, close to 6.34 crore MSMEs have been registered through Udyam portal. So before 2021, we did not know actually how many MSMEs were there because many were informal. With Udyam registration portal, so all the even informal sectors and we are actually able to capture it. And all of you should know the definition of MSME has changed from this 1st April 2025. For the benefit who don't know it, I just want to tell, before the micro enterprises were only where the investment was only up to 1 crore and the turnover up to 5 crore. Now the Government of India has increased the micro enterprises definition where the investment can be even up to 2.5 crore and the turnover is up to 10 crore. Similarly, again, Government of India has increased the small enterprises definition where the investment up to 25 crore enterprises will be considered as small and where the turnover can be even up to 100 crore. Similarly, for the medium enterprises, there is a significant jump investments up to 125 crore and turnover up to 500 crore are considered as medium enterprises. So now in India, up to 500 crore turnover industries. Why? Because there was lot of pressure and lot of demand from the MSMEs to include, because once they used to cross 250 crore of turnover, they used to lose all the benefits what the MSMEs were getting. So again, even 250 crore is not small. So such large organization, they wanted to be in MSME bracket. So lot of delegations went to Delhi and they have requested and to include the benefits of MSMEs even up to 500 crore enterprises. The definition is changed now from 1st April. So now you know the importance of everyone wants to be in MSME bracket. Why? Because lot of incentives are there. So all of you who are here, you are also MSME. So you should actually know what are the benefits you actually get, so that you leverage them and you can actually grow, and with you Karnataka grows and India grows. So coming to Karnataka, how many MSMEs are registered? Any guess, anyone? So more than 20 lakh. So almost 20 lakh 80,000 MSMEs have been registered in Karnataka, and you will be shocked, every month more than 50,000 registrations are happening. So the MSMEs are growing so fast. So again, in this MSME definition, we not only include the manufacturing, we also include the service industries and also the trading industries, so that those industries also get the benefit. Among them, around 20% are women MSMEs, and significantly after agriculture, MSME is the second largest employment giver. So all of you should be very, very proud that you are actually contributing it, not just to the economy, again to the employment scenario of the country. And coming to Karnataka, we actually stand 6th in the country. But wherein if you see the GST collections, Karnataka stands number 2 in the country with respect to GST collections. That is consumption based. Number 1 is Maharashtra and number 2 is Karnataka. But wherein the number of MSMEs running in Karnataka is actually 6th place. So that shows we have a lot of potential, actually reaching from 6th position to even 2nd position. So just as the benefit, Maharashtra is number 1 with 58 lakh MSMEs, then Uttar Pradesh with 36 lakh, Tamil Nadu with 34 lakh, Rajasthan with 25 lakh, Gujarat with 24 lakh, and 6th position Karnataka is there. And lot of incentives, lot of benefits are there. That is why Karnataka, every month 50,000 registrations are actually happening. Few of the things which I would want to tell, Karnataka has a budget of around 700 crore for MSMEs every year, which is again maybe less. It has to increase, but in last couple of years, lot of emphasis is there by both the state government and central government, so that because the governments have realized if our GDP has to improve, it is possible only through the MSMEs. So Karnataka has the vision of $1 trillion economy, and if we have to reach $1 trillion, it is only possible with the MSMEs, and we have to grow at 17% compounded annual growth. Currently we are growing at 13%, but if we grow at 17%, yes, by 2032, Karnataka, we can achieve definitely $1 trillion, and very soon India is achieving $5 trillion. So coming to state government incentives, which I think most of you are interested. We had Industrial Policy 2020-25, which got over in this April, and in the recent Global Investor Meet, we started Industrial Policy 2025-2030. So if you are applying now for any incentives, you will fall in the new investment, new industrial policy 2025-30. In that, what are the incentives for MSMEs? For micro enterprises, we give, and for this we are keeping the old definition only, for up to 1 crore. For micro, if you invest up to 1 crore, Government of Karnataka actually gives the subsidy. It gives back up to 30 lakh. So that is flat 30%. But again, if you are a woman or enterprise belonging to SC, STs or minorities, additional 5%. So up to 35 lakh is given back to you. Again, but we follow the seniority. If we come to small, so again 30% we will give back up to 200 lakh, that is 2 crore of subsidy is given back, and again additional 5% for the women, that is like up to 225 lakh will be given. And for medium, there is a PLI based on the turnover, 2.5% of the turnover you can actually take, which can go even up to 20 crore or even 40 crore. So the Karnataka incentives is one of the best among all the states. So again, we request as many investments as possible, and also those who are doing also, many are not aware. So please use these incentives, please apply, and soon we are going to make it online also with single window. If you apply to your local DIC, so you will get these benefits. Apart from that, there are many benefits, like you generally, if you don't get industrial land, you can purchase your own land. Once you purchase your land for industrial purposes, there is 100% exemption on the stamp duty. You need not pay any stamp duty on it. Again, and you need to convert into NA, because for if you purchase an agricultural land, you need to convert to industrial. Again, that conversion charges for industrial is also 100% waived off. So since there is so much of demand for land in Bangalore, you need not actually wait for a government allotted land. You can actually go ahead with your own land purchase, where you get 100% stamp duty exemption. You can convert yourself, where for that also you get 100% conversion fee. Then you get whatever be your investment, 30% is given back by the Government of Karnataka. Apart from that, even for ETP, for all the certificates, there is 50% reimbursement is there. Apart from that, we are again state government, we are implementing RAM scheme of Government of Karnataka, where more than 1000 awareness and capacity building programs we will be doing in the coming this year and next year, which I will take it up in question and answers if you have any doubt. One last scheme I want to explain, because that is very, very important, that is the MSc CDP. That is a cluster development program of Government of India and Government of Karnataka, wherein government gives 90% of the subsidy. So for projects up to even 30 crore. So if a project of 30 crore you have, 27 crore is given by Government of India and Government of Karnataka together. So you have to invest only 10%. So how to use, and it is across any sector. So how to do it? So you have to come together. Now how CASIA, FKCCI and PNA associations have come up. So associations can actually help. 10 to 20 MSMEs can come together, form a special purpose vehicle, form a common processing center. 90% subsidy is given up to 27 crore. Already 16 such clusters are working in Karnataka. 10 are under construction. Then there is no limit. So huge opportunity is there. And such conclaves are really helping in the awareness building. I again encourage all the MSMEs to grow further, and thanks for the opportunity. I request Ram Sheshu sir for the next panelist.
Thank you so much, Patilji. I think, for all those of you who are in the stalls, I would very seriously request and urge you to come and listen to this, because this particular session is extremely useful. So if you're there at the stalls, please come over and listen to these very, very eminent speakers who are going to speak to us on some wonderful subjects. Can I have the profile of the next speaker, Mr. Shashi, please? Mr. Shashi Kumar M. Shashi Kumar M. Right. Shashi is the Joint Director of MSME DFO Bangalore. He's a great friend of mine. Holds a BE in Mechanical Engineering and an MBA in Finance and Marketing. Has experience teaching management subjects as a visiting faculty for MCOM and MBA programs, while also working in the corporate sector. He spent 9 years working in Goa under the Ministry of MSME, and currently his focus is on promoting various activities and schemes of the ministry to support entrepreneurs and foster entrepreneurship. So we requested Shashi to talk to us on how each one of us can benefit from the entire MSME DFO here in Bangalore. Shashi?
Thank you so much, sir, for a brief introduction. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and all the enthusiastic participants of this event. Warm greetings from the Ministry of MSME. As you know, I represent the Ministry of MSME through our office located at Rajajinagar, which caters to almost 17 districts, its services and executing its schemes. The main objective of our particular ministry is to handhold, support both existing entrepreneurs and also prospective entrepreneurs. And in the line, we have various schemes which are designed to support, encourage and handhold the entrepreneurs in various ways. For that matter, from the beginning, when I say the registering process of MSME to the marketing support, there are various schemes. And as you all know, the Udyam registration was introduced by seeing the difficulty of registering the firm and by giving the freedom to the entrepreneur to register on their own, in their own time. So today, lakhs and lakhs of people are registering by giving their data, by registering through this Udyam portal and coming to the radar of MSME. Now, as the Nitesh sir already have covered, the basic definition of the MSME today is different from what it was yesterday. Now, the expansion is in terms of both investment and also on the turnover. So by the new definition of MSME, there are many more sectors, there are many more enterprises which comes under the radar and also to take the benefit as MSMEs. The micro small enterprises which was not getting the benefit earlier, with the new definition they come to the bracket and can avail the benefit under this particular schemes of our MSME. Now, the flagship of our particular MSME schemes is the PMS scheme, where we talk about promotion and marketing support. For that matter, we support the marketing activity by encouraging the entrepreneur to choose the exhibition of their choice anywhere in India and participating in the exhibition, and the reimbursement of the government is up to 1.5 lakh per exhibition. And this particular scheme is a wonderful scheme which gives you the benefit by showcasing your products and services in the choice of yours to exhibit and to take the advantage of the same. For that matter, even in this MSME Conclave, we have sponsored almost 160 stalls through the Government of India through our ministry. So, in addition to that, we also have the intellectual property protection scheme, where there are many of you will have a unique idea who feel that they should register and also take the patents, trademark, copyrights. And our ministry is encouraging even to protect your ideas by giving them the encouraging money or the reimbursement through the patent, trademarks and copyrights to the extent of 5 lakhs through the foreign patent and 1 lakh through your Indian patent, and also for your registering your trademark, copyright and so on and so forth. Now, in addition to that, the ministry is also involved in encouraging the entrepreneurs with the barcode facilities. As you all understand, for almost all the businesses or the retail activities, the barcode is one such facilities which is very vital and essential. By seeing the wide application of this and also to encourage the adoption of the barcode facility, our ministry has come out with the scheme to reimburse up to 80% of what you contribute or you spend for not only one-time registration but also for 3 consecutive renewal fee. So it may almost amounts to 60,000, where you will be reimbursed up to 50 to 52,000 once you register, and you need to apply through the proper channel. So you will be getting back the 80% of what you have spent for this barcode facility. So this is a very good scheme for those who feel that they need the barcode facility for their particular business. And in addition to that, we are also into the skill development activities and awareness activities, and we also are into the organizing seminars exclusively for the export facilities. Last year, we organized 2 such programs where we gave a handholding support for all the participants who were there in that particular seminar to encourage the export opportunities. Because as you all know, today the market has reached not only this boundary, but it is growing beyond this boundary. So it is a time to think, to cross the barrier and go beyond the boundaries to find your target customers or to promote your product so that your revenue can be doubled. So with this aspiration or with this intention, we also help in our handhold in the export facilities as well. Now, in addition to that, in addition to encouraging people to participate in such exhibitions of your choice, we as a MSME which is located in Bangalore also organizes vendor development programs periodically, where we also will have stalls to promote the activities of micro, small and medium enterprises, and more particularly inviting the PSUs, because as a entrepreneur and as a manufacturer, that may be difficult for them to approach the PSUs to promote their particular products and services, where we invite more than 4 to 5 PSUs so that they will showcase and also share the requirement, and the registration of vendor process will also happen during the event, where many of the vendors get registered and also get access to their particular requirement and promote their particular products and services. So this is a very good schemes of MSME. Now, In addition to that, I'm sure most of you are maybe aware or already know that the ministry has already introduced our public procurement policy, which very strictly says that 25% of the requirement from the government, our government sector, has to be from the micro small enterprises only. It cannot be from any other sector, and that will be audited as well. So if you talk about HAL, BEL, BHEL, Goa Shipyard and railways, all these people must and should procure to the tune of 25% from micro small enterprises only. In addition to that, the 4% of this 25% is specially reserved for the category under SC and ST. And the 3% of this 25% again is reserved to encourage women entrepreneurs. So these 3% of the 25% of their total procurement must and should be from the women-owned enterprises only. So it's a huge encouragement for promoting your particular products or finding your particular target market, and if at all, if your product is capable of meeting the standards of those who are procuring in these PSUs, I'm sure that it is going to benefit largely for such, entrepreneurs. And I'm sure that this forum and this particular event not only gives you a platform for you to showcase your products and services, but also brings knowledge which is very vital to increase your particular marketing or market, in this line. So with this note, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Can I request you to bring up the profile of Premlata ji, Premlata Sinha? Right. Premlata Sinha ji is a chemical engineer by qualification, currently serving in the certification department of the Bureau of Indian Standards, BIS, since 2014. Prior to joining BIS, she gained research experience at the National Metallurgical Laboratory. At BIS, she has been actively involved in the review and development of Indian standards and played a key role in assisting industry with the implementation of quality control orders. Premlata ji is going to talk to us about how we can all focus on quality, especially in light of the fact that today the government is encouraging, and we've just heard two wonderful speakers telling us about how the government is now encouraging us to go beyond and how we need to figure out how do we up our quality content. Premlata ji, you'd like to use this?
Yeah, hello. Am I audible? So good afternoon everyone. Thank you the organizers for inviting us and providing such a good platform for all the MSMEs and the policymakers under one roof and such a healthy discussion. So I will be basically talking about quality and standardization aspects. BIS is the national standards body of India that has been established under BIS Act 2016, and it undertakes the activities of standardization, marking and quality certification of goods. So for this we are doing various activities like standard formulation, then we have the product certification scheme, there is compulsory registration scheme, foreign manufacturer certification scheme, hallmarking scheme, then laboratory services, laboratory recognition scheme, then we sell the Indian standards, consumer affairs activities, promotional activities, training services, national and international level, and information services. So we have 8 laboratories and 36 branches all across India who are involved in such activities. Now, with respect to quality, BIS is an executionary body, I would say, wherein many of the quality control orders have been issued by various departments, making many products mandatory for sale only with ISI mark, and gold is also one of them. So there are approximately 700 products which are under mandatory certification right now. That means if you are manufacturing it and selling it in the Indian market, it needs to be certified with ISI mark or any other standard mark like registration mark or hallmark, whatever the product lies in them. So, and there are more than 700 products which are in the pipeline of making it mandatory. There are quality control orders are in the pipeline, they are getting issued, and the implementation date is maybe this year end or next year. So this by virtue of this, all the manufacturers will have to take ISI license from BIS for manufacturing and selling it in the open market. So for this, it is not like a regulatory compliance, or it is not a way to make any hindrance in your growth. This is basically being made so that the foreign manufacturers, because this applies to foreign manufacturers as well. So any foreign manufacturer, if they are making such products which are mandatory as per the QCO, they also have to take license, and then only they can market or sell their product in the Indian market. So this whole intention of making the products fall under quality control orders is to promote our domestic manufacturers and to curtail the dumping of substandard foreign goods, mainly from, we know our neighboring countries, many countries, they are dumping their substandard goods into Indian markets. So in order to curtail such activities, we cannot just say that you don't sell it in the Indian market. These are like technical barrier to trades that are being set up by the government. So for that, they have made it mandatory to comply to the Indian standards, and they manufacture it only with the ISI mark. So this standards, as we know, it ensures quality, safety and uniformity in products and services. So the future of standardization in India is that we are encouraging ministries and associations to form standardization cells to analyze the gap for where Indian standards are not available, or they need any amendment in the current Indian standards, so they can come up with those ideas and inform the Bureau so that we can work on making those Indian standards. We also have BIS represents India in the international standardization forum like ISO and IEC meetings. So we also are creating awareness programs through Manak Manthans. We are taking the stakeholders' inputs on the various Indian standards so that it involves the active involvement of all the people is involved. So in BIS Bangalore office also, all the offices across India, BIS offices, they conduct Manak Manthans for any existing Indian standard or any standard under wide circulation draft stage, so that your inputs are not left behind. So you can give your inputs through the Manak Manthan programs which are widely publicized, and tell your if there is any discrepancy or any way you can involve in the standard formulation process. Then with respect to the conformity assessment, so this is about standards. First we make the standards, next we have to implement it, so that the industry has to take the Indian standard through conformity assessment schemes. There are many schemes operated by BIS for ease of grant of license. So there are many initiatives which we have taken into for promoting the manufacturers in taking the standards. Thank you. So now you can apply for getting the license. It is all paperless, it is online. So you have to just apply through Manak Online website and you can apply it. Then we are giving discounts on minimum marking fee. There is 80% discount for micro units, and even discount is being given to other small and medium scale industries and small scale industries and women entrepreneurs and startups. We are also relaxing the testing facility. Like earlier, whenever you had to take ISI license, it was mandatory to create a testing facility in-house in the factory. But now, based on the inputs from the various small MSMEs, we have relaxed this provision, and you can use cluster-based testing facility. A group of MSMEs or manufacturers, they can create their own lab as a cluster, and they can apply through that lab. They can go test it from that cluster-based lab. Then we have also made many relaxations in the levels of control. Earlier, the levels of control were obligatory, like if the product manual used to say that you have to do the particular test in the factory, you had to do, but now we have made it recommendatory. You recommend your own level of control and implement it. We will just go and verify it. So we have made many relaxations so that to promote manufacturers to come up and take the license and follow the quality control orders, because with this quality control orders it is mandatory for Indian manufacturers as well to take the license. Without that you cannot start. It will be a violation of the quality control order and it is a criminal offense. So apart from that, we are organizing Manak Manthans. We are also organizing training programs for quality control personnel through capsule courses, which is a 2-day program wherein we give hands-on training to the quality control personnel about how to test the product. We show them the actual testing in the lab, how it is done. So this is like a hand-holding process for the quality control people. Apart from that, we also organize Manak Samvad programs wherein the new licensees are being sensitized about the operation of license, how the interpretation of license, how the standards, and how to read the standards, how to implement it, and if there are any difficulties they can come up with that. Along with that, we also are organizing industry awareness programs wherein we take a particular industry. Recently we have done industry awareness program for plywood industry and solar heater industry, solar panel industry. So we do in association with the various associations, we ask all the manufacturers to come up so that we can train them about the quality aspects or the Indian standards per se, standardization aspects for that particular product, how they can improve the quality of their product. So this is what we are doing with respect to the quality aspects. Thank you, and if you have any doubts you can just come up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I now introduce to you the final panelist on this program. Can I request the profile of Shri Pawan Kumar Burman to be flashed, please? All right. Shri Pawan Kumar Burman is an Assistant General Manager at ECGC, India's leading export credit agency. So ladies and gentlemen, if you see the way we've curated this program, The first two speakers were speaking about what is happening in Karnataka, what are the policies across the country. The next speaker spoke to us very interestingly about how we can improve our quality standards. And the fourth speaker is going to talk to us about opportunities in the export sector. So Shri Pawan Kumar Verma started his career in 2006. Nearly 2 decades of service, he has worked across various functions and offices nationwide specializing in short-term businesses of ECGC, including export credit insurance for exporters and banks, and contributing to the research and planning department. Pawanji holds a master's in economics and an MBA in finance. Additionally, he is a certified associate of the Indian Institute of Bankers and a fellow of the Insurance Institute of India. Mr. Burman now oversees the underwriting department for short-term businesses. Pawanji, would you like to speak from there? Here? Right. Please put your hands together for Pawanji.
Coming? Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for your nice introduction, and first of all, congratulations to the organizer for having this wonderful program and making this possible, that such a nice, wonderful audience are here. And you have rightly said that you have set the tone for this whole program by starting from a representative from Ministry of Commerce, Government of Karnataka, and then MSME Ministry, and then quality. Then the next come automatically the exports, because you know all are somehow related, interconnected, and so we are also. I will focus more on exports related things, but of course, how exports is going to benefit you as a MSMEs. So that is will be my focus area, and as I said that we work in tandem with all the other departments. So here the quality is also important, finance part is also important, then the hand holding by MSME ministries are also important. So you can I think this is one of the good opportunity for all of you to take good note of this session. So first of all, as this is an established fact that MSME is a backbone for the economy of the country, because it contributes more than 30% in our GDP, and its involvement in the export activities, which contributes almost more than 40 to 45% in exports from India. So you can imagine how much importance it is having. So these activities are basically not only earning a very precious foreign exchange for the country, but also generating employment opportunities for lakhs of the people, and especially in the rural and semi-urban areas. So this is somehow also bridging the gap between rural and the urban divide. So that is also very important aspects. Secondly, that as the previous speakers, they have already said how many schemes government has, are coming up with to encourage this sector. So we also take the best of the opportunities to use those incentives. So due to low barrier entry and the intense incentives by the different government at different levels, many of the young and aspiring entrepreneurs are entering into this industry and entering into new business, basically represented by MSME sectors. But this is a one-side story, because there is a flip side also. So that flip side I want to highlight first, and then we'll say what is the role ECGC is playing to bridge that, to support ECGC, to support MSME. The flip side of the story is the MSME sectors are perceived to be higher risky sectors, at least in terms of, like, if you are going to a bank, then definitely you may not able to give, your inability to pledge collaterals or adequate collaterals will always be a problem. Then you may not have your financial history, a very sound background which you can show to your banks or other financial institution for your financial need. Then you you will have new in the market where you don't know, because the established player are already there, but you will be new to that place. So you will not have the expertise. You will have less revenue in the initial years. So all those challenges are there, and those challenges you have to fight, because you have to fight, then only you will survive and you will come up, you will grow. So to this is the challenging part. ECGC's role is to handhold you to come across to handle these challenges. What we do with our support, you will get the benefit. You will have the access of easy bank finance. You will have the protection from the non-payment from the overseas buyer. You will have the market access by our support. You can explore new markets. You can expand your business to the untapped international market. So how it is possible with the help of ECGC, I will take my next points will be on that. How specifically, because our schemes are for everybody, but we have, especially for MSME, we have carved out certain special schemes which is not only helping MSMEs but also helping the other exporters. So what are the schemes? We have a scheme called, for bank finance, I'll tell you, banks are, as I said, that they're little bit hesitant to give export finance to MSMEs because of the reasons which I mentioned earlier. We say that, okay, we will give you our coverage. We provide insurance coverage for the banks. For normal exporters, we are covering say 60 to 70 to 75%. But for MSME exporters, we have extended our cover up to 90%. That means banks would be encouraged to give you finance without any risk, without any hesitation. So instead of giving 60 to 70% of cover, we are extending cover up to 90% for MSME exporters. Secondly, we have simplified the procedure for claim settlement to banks again for MSME exporters, because so that they can extend export finance, even collateral-free export finance to MSME sectors. So this is also one of the steps which we thought to support MSME, and we extended this one. Third one, our schemes directly for the MSME exporters is we have made, we call it small exporter policy or micro exporter policies. These policies are very liberal policies and very high cover percentage also, plus at a very lower rate. So there are multiple benefits if you are coming for us for our policies. Our policies is not only pure insurance policies. We are basically will support you, will guide you how to export, how to expand in the international market. So this policy you can definitely inquire about. You can visit our nearest branch. Then next is, exports. We always understand that exports is a matter of big cities and all. But we have changed that myth. We said no. We will make our presence feel even in the smaller cities, even in the MSME clusters. Like we have presence in Mangalore, we have presence in Tirupur, we have presence in Madurai, we have Karur, we have Muradabad, we have Varanasi, all the MSME clusters. So as sir was saying that in Karnataka there are 20 lakhs MSME exporters are there. But I am sorry that many of you people are not exploring, not trying to enter into export business. But my appeal would be, please enter. Export is you will get the scale, you will get the market which is beyond your imagination. Then last but not the least, we have also last year we have signed an MOU with Ministry of MSME. We are very thankful to MSME Ministry that they have come up with this scheme that they are ready to reimburse rupees 10,000, a very nominal amount for the first time exporters in a year if they are taking ECGC policy and paying premium. So basically MSME Ministry is reimbursing that amount. So it will not cost you. MSME Ministry is kind enough to support you. So we are very thankful, sir, for that support. So this was our direct support, and we are also supporting MSME sectors in indirect ways. Mr. Kumar was referring about procuring on goods. So we are the government has given target of 25%, but we are much beyond 25%. We are procuring almost our 50 to 60% things from GEM marketplace only, GEM portal only, and that too from MSME. So we are not only directly but indirectly also supporting MSME. So with with these my words, I would conclude my presentation, and you are welcome for current question and answer session. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan Kumar Burmanji, for in detail explaining all the schemes of ECGC and the things are happening now in the export market for all our MSMEs. So to benefit our audience, I would just like to ask, see recently some of our MSMEs who had exported few consignments were actually rejected by US for some paperwork. By chance, if like any of our small enterprises, if their consignments, even though the product is 100% okay with all the certifications, just because of some paperwork, if some other country rejects it, and by chance if they are perishable or it will be a big blow to our MSMEs, how can they actually benefit from ECGC, or what kind of insurance is available?
Hello. Thank you, sir, for this question. See, export, if you are making exports to any country, of course, we always request our exporters client to ensure the compliances part. It is very important, because every country they have their own system, and but generally it is all well written guidelines are there. So even if you are going into for the very first time, then also there are certain things which you have to take care. Secondly, my request here, because I'll come to the second part of his question about the insurance cover, but first I want to clear certain things. See, there are certain agencies are also there, like trade forwarder and all. They are expert in logistic issues, especially country-wise logistic issues. So, and at a very nominal charge also, they will, at least the paperwork and all, they will help you. Because in a foreign country, if you are missing something and then you're stuck, and especially if it is a perishable item, you will be in a very awkward situation. You may face of loss also. You may incur some loss also. So that is always there. So we always say that please consult the agencies which are working for exports. As far as ECGC is concerned, ECGC is there to guide you. That is number one. Number two, the credit insurance part, because the non-payment, there could be certain things which may be covered under our policy, but I would not be able to tell you that if, because of only documents part, if the consignments are not accepted in a country and finally the exporter has incurred the loss, then ECGC may not be able to help you in such situation. But any other things like the goods has accepted, or there was earlier there was no such kind of ban, but later on once the goods has entered in that country, they have put certain ban, and because of that ban or import restrictions, your goods are not able to enter in that country, then we are there to support you. But not like, earlier it was also not entry was not allowed, and then also you went ahead and you made the shipment, then it will be difficult for ECs to handle such claims.
Yeah. And any insurance available for such rejections?
Sir, I don't think so, because see, it is negligence on the part of the exporter. See, anything which is beyond the control of exporters, as I said, if the goods have already, before sending the goods, there was no restrictions. But after reaching the goods, they have put certain restrictions, then we are there.
Okay. So we have to be a little careful when you are going to export. So that's the problem. So because of such reasons, many MSMEs or the first time entrepreneurs, when they think export, they will be like, okay, a big no, oh my God, it's so complex. So Pawanji, can you break the myth for our audience or the first time entrepreneurs? Yes, you can do exports, maybe low risk with a less amount. How can they venture into the first time exports? Any guidance from you?
Yes, sir, sure. First of all, you all are welcome into export fields. That is always there, because Government of India's, they want, to make one district, one product is the slogan of Government of India. So I think you are also representing one district, and so, and then first time exporters. First time exporters are here. See, my request would be you always start slow, because if you are coming with like very huge order and you have put all your stakes to execute that order, that is not advisable basically. You go slow, as sir has rightly pointed out, go slow, small value, because by sending small value exports and getting payment on time, you will get some experience. Next time you make your size of exports bigger. Then after 2-3 exports consignments, if you have the capacity, then go ahead, no problem. But first time at least, or second time, you go with low value exports, so that if something goes wrong also, you will be able to sustain that loss. That is one piece of advice. And secondly, first year, if you have never been business and you got order suddenly and you want to be exporter, that is also again not advisable. So at least first year you spend, local business, do something. If you have some connection, some association in the foreign countries where you can rely upon, you can, then no problem. But if you totally unknown about foreign market, or you have simply you got some email or phone calls from one of the buyer, and you are thinking that this is an opportunity, then I think in that case we'll appeal again, request you come to ECGC, because we will help you whether this buyer is a genuine buyer or not, because we have database of almost 4 lakhs buyer. So something or the other, definitely we will tell you, and at a very nominal cost. If you do your own analysis, you will not find those kind of information which we may provide, because we are there for the last 70 years almost. So we request you, if you are getting that kind of order, please approach ECGC, come have a cup of tea and discuss. Then also you will get something out of that.
Great, thank you Pawanji. So please visit ECGC office and discuss further. I know you all have lot of questions. Please hold for 10 more minutes. We'll keep the floor open for question answers. So Shashi ji very well explained about all the central government schemes. I think many MSMEs here, they want to know about the procurement policy, because many times they have participated in bids, but again most of the times they will be very disappointed that they don't get the contract. Even though when 25% is reserved for MSMEs, why are they repeatedly they don't get? Though EMD is exempted, MSMEs need not pay any EMD, but the success ratio is not happening. So can you little bit more elaborately how to, not just how to win the contracts, can you help them with?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, in the public procurement policy, when they introduced, they have also introduced something called the price preference policy. Now, the price preference policy very clearly says that if a particular contract or the tender participation by both the micro, small and also the big enterprises, Now earlier what used to happen, now the only L1 used to get the order and all the others used to be, neglected. Now with the introduction of the new policy, with the price preference policy, there is a rule which says very clearly that there should be a preference given to the micro and small enterprises if the quote of their price is well within L1 plus 15%. That means, let us take an example. If you have a quote whose quote by the large company is 100 rupees, the micro and small enterprises has got up to 115 rupees to quote, and still the bid has to be considered, and the micro and small unit has to be called and given a chance to match the price of the L1, and also the contract, though not the total contract, the 10% or to the extent of 20% or 30% order should be given to the micro enterprises to execute. So there is a very, very big change in the procurement policy, which otherwise these people never had the chance to win the bid because of the technology, because of the scale in which the large companies will produce, and there are so many factors which are involved in why large companies can quote lower price, but at the same time the chance is given to the micro and small enterprises today that they can still compete with the large companies through such tenders.
Thank you, Shashi ji. So I hope you all have now inputs how to win the contracts with this procurement policy of India. And Shashi ji, the MSME DFO office has been very, very proactive. Not just with the MSME, they are also very, very engaging with the associations, with industry associations sponsoring so many of the stalls. So just if any of our MSMEs want to have a stall in outside India foreign, so do you support them, and what has been your experience collaborating with associations? How has it expanded the MSMEs?
Thank you, sir. Now earlier to this, the international exhibitions also used to be through our MSME DFO. Now only from last 2 years this has been kept by the ministry themselves, but any international exhibitions and the participation happens directly from the ministry, but it doesn't take the route through the MSME DFO, which is located in the local office. And at the same time, having said this, the entrepreneurs are given ample of opportunities through the domestic exhibition of their choice all over India. The choice is in them to choose according to their particular participation and the area where they want to participate. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shashi ji. So Premlata ji, you rightly explained the BIS and the incentives given by BIS for the certifications to all the MSMEs. Definitely BIS, ISI certifications enhance the credibility and marketability for all the MSMEs and for their products. With this credibility, can you just guide them how can they gain access to international markets or even for the domestic market? How can they compete with the foreign competitors?
Thank you, sir. So when it comes to BIS, we actually promote following the particular Indian standard, and we also have we also represent India for international standardization platforms. So the international standards are also available, and right now the Indian standards are not right now. The Indian standards are dynamic in nature, so they are always under revision, and many of the international standards are being brought under Indian standards as well by mainly twitching a little bit. with respect to the local industry needs. So after taking that into consideration, many of the international standards, ISO standards, are being made into Indian standards. So by this, by promoting the Indian standards, we do promote the international quality standards as well, and we also conduct training programs for the manufacturers and their quality people, so that they can understand how to make such quality, how to implement those international and Indian standards in their manufacturing process. So that hand holding we are doing so as to improve their quality aspects, and if they have any doubts with respect to implementation of Indian standards, or any problems they are facing in the implementing the Indian standards, that also inputs we are taking from the association and from the industry as well, and that necessary amendments are being made in the Indian standard so that it becomes implementable, and the industries, they start improving their quality inch by inch. So that is how we are trying to bridge the gap between Indian and foreign market.
Thank you, madam. So there's a lot of awareness now among the MSMEs for taking the certifications, and also the government is also supporting. Take any certification, there is a minimum 50% reimbursement. So there is a question among the MSMEs. Once we take the MSMEs, what is the leverage we can get? So can you tell any live example, like any MSME with the this one, any success story? How did it differentiate from the others who had no certification, and the MSMEs who performed well or who got the contract because of certification?
Yeah, so actually right now we are not right now, there are many all India first applications which we are receiving. It means that those in the manufacturers are taking for that particular product, that is the first certification being given all over India, and many a times all over world also we get first applications. So by taking those by taking the certification, their visibility in the international market increases, because right now we are getting many such inputs that the international markets, they are asking for some sort of credibility or some certification. So ISI mark, it becomes a basis for their promotion. So it gives it is like a third party assurance which is being very much recognized by the international market as well, because it complies with a particular standard. And as I said, many of the international standards are being made into Indian standards. So that international quality aspect is also taken care, and by taking the ISI mark, they indirectly comply with the international quality standards. So it gives them recognition and a validation for their product and their process, because it is not only the product, it is the process which we certify. Whenever we give license to a unit, we go to the unit, we assess their manufacturing and testing facility, then we test the product and we see whether they can do it in the even after getting the license. So it is like a proper check which we do, and then only we give the license. So that is how it is. It gives a sense of validation for the market, Indian as well as outside. Right now we have an application for Adivasi hair oil. They have been so we are in the process. So how to get it tested, because the testing procedures it is very complicated. So we are just trying to make it easy.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, madam. So I think I hope all of you have got benefited from the panelists this one. So one more, this Karnataka is coming up with its new MSME policy, separate MSME policy for Karnataka. So I request all the industry associations and also all the MSMEs, if you have any input, so please reach out to us. So we are very open and so that we can include in the new MSME policy. And all the industry associations and from all the industrial areas. Please make use of the MSc CDP cluster to have a testing facility, common testing facility, common certification facility. It should be there in each industrial area. So up to 30 crores, all the, from any industrial area, you all guys be together, and at 30 crore you can set up your common testing lab. Common testing lab is very, very important. So please use that facility. And also the credit, almost for just for Karnataka in last one financial year, all the commercial banks have lent 1,75,000 crore to MSMEs alone because of priority sector. So money is not a case, now credit is available. Only the thing is they want a better DPRs, or someone, we have to make our DPR clear to them and make them understand. Definitely that credit issue will also be solved. So with all those inputs, the floor is open now for the question answers.
I have a question to all four of you. Okay? You've been dealing with MSMEs for a number of years now. If I were to approach you as an MSME, what is the one mindset change that you want me to make, considering the fact that we're now talking of Karnataka as a $1 trillion economy, and we're talking of India as a fourth largest economy in the world. So where we've come from is one part, but where we want to go is another thing altogether. So starting with you, Sinha Saab, Patil Saab, what is the one change that you would advise all of us as MSMEs to make to embrace this opportunity of this new India?
Yeah. This is the time to be in India. This is the time to be an entrepreneur. So only one thing what an first time entrepreneur require is the perseverance. He should have a perseverance. Nothing will come in days. So you have to consistently work hard for a couple of years, and definitely once you are into that industry, you will know-how of the field, and after a couple of years there is no one going to beat you, because you know each and everything, because you learn from the mistakes, and that will become a stepping stones for success. So hold on, and this is the best time, the best market is available. Only the thing is, when the next step will be success, but you may say this is enough and you come back. So with perseverance they can achieve all the heights.
Fantastic. Shashi, Patil sir is saying perseverance.
Sir, I will add one more word. Patience and perseverance is more important for any entrepreneurs to grow at this time. And moreover, the main important thing is, I don't know, but it is, they should know that we exist. There are so many entrepreneurs, they don't know that we exist. So there are so many forums we go, and in the seminar we need to tell them, there are so many seminars we organize only to tell them that we exist. And it is in the place of Bangalore. There are so many of them, they don't know the schemes, they don't know that we as a government organization exist to support and to take care of the various schemes. So we are approachable, and they can approach anytime to take the benefit of these schemes.
So you're saying patience,
and perseverance.
And perseverance and awareness.
Awareness.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Pawanji.
I would suggest slow and steady is the...
Sir, little closer.
Hello?
Yeah.
Slow and steady will be the success mantra, because as those two gentlemen, they have already suggested those two very important points. But always, if you are entering into new market or a new industry, always take one step at a time. Go slow, definitely it will give you better result. And once you have established, then the world is before you, so you can you can chase Usain Bolt also. That is
Wonderful.
a story.
So we're saying patience, perseverance, awareness, slow and steady. Rome was not built in a day.
Yes.
Super. Ma'am.
Yeah. So my word would be quality. We should not forget about quality in between all these aspects. So with respect to quality, BIS is always there, as Shashi sir was telling. Awareness is very less. So right now we are also in that same process. We are conducting many standard promotion activities all across India and Karnataka, just to make sure people know what is BIS. So government through BIS is taking many initiatives to protect the domestic manufacturers and the domestic market with respect to quality, technical barriers through trade from foreign manufacturers. So please do utilize this aspect and maintain quality, promote your qualities. Laboratory, as sir was telling, we also are doing laboratory recognition scheme is there, through which we recognize the labs and we do the hand holding for them for that particular Indian standard and the product. So any assistance with respect to laboratory recognition and creation, we are there to help you. And cluster laboratory is being very much promoted right now by BIS as well, wherein manufacturers can create, come together, create a lab, and they all can utilize that lab and take the license and improve their quality. So please do utilize and improve your quality.
Super. Improve your quality. Yes.
So
before I'm coming to the audience,
So madam
Can I have some
said
mics, please?
quality. So that's
Have
like
some
no
mics.
shortcut. So you have to be the best. So I would like to add one more thing for this. Either you have to be the best, world's best, or the best thing is you have to be the first. Be the first in the world or in the region. Be the first or be the best. Then only you can excel. Now with so much of technology is changing so fast, there's so much of opportunity, but that opportunity won't wait for long. So you have to grab that opportunity quickly. So everyone who here is there, you take a stroll of all these 160 stalls, you will definitely get 10 opportunities. Which is either, again, focus should be on either you have to be the best, which no one else is there in terms of quality, or you have to be the best in your jurisdiction. Then you can definitely achieve.
Fantastic. Few questions from the audience. I recognize past President Shiva Shanmugam. Mic, please.
Hello.
Mic, where's the mic? No, I will recognize, please. Please get the mic. My dear friend, we will tell you who to give the mic to. Yeah. Shiv Shanmugam, sir. Yeah.
So good evening, sir. My name is Shiv Shanmugam, past President FKCC and Program Coordinator of this program. Very wonderful and happy to see you all there today to sort out so many issues of our MSME. Only one thing I wanted to just bring it to your kind notice, sir. Whenever the MSME people approach the bank for any advances against lease deed, that is 99 years old lease deed, they don't entertain that as an asset and property, and they don't finance against that whatever you are going to give from KSSIDC 99 years lease. I wanted a policy change by the government of Karnataka that they should give at least some percentage as advance to finance MSME unit. That's my
Sir,
question.
we have a happy news for you.
Yes, sir.
Government of Karnataka has changed the policy. Now it is not 99-year lease.
2 years.
With 2 years, Government of Karnataka is giving. There is again merrier news. If you are a service industry, not even 2 years, you set up your building next day only. If you set up in 3 months, next day, 91st day also, you can get your sale date.
Wonderful.
So
sir.
these are the new policy updates from Government of Karnataka.
Yeah, lovely.
Wonderful. I think so. It deserves a big round of applause for this policy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
My friend here. Here. Yeah, okay, Samantha, go.
Namaste. As a member, I represent FKCC. but by profession, creating awareness is my profession and my passion. That's a challenge and a success we are working with Sarathi Communications. And I have been trained by United Nations how to create awareness through proper formats and formulas, guidelines are there. All of you, without any dispute, you are agreeing and highlighting creating awareness is the most and primary thing. Yes, we are here trained by United Nations, UNDP, UNICEF, everything. Closely working with Government of India, Government of Karnataka in information, MIB and local this thing. So it is creating awareness is a scientific approach.
Ma'am, what's
if you
the
are
question,
really
ma'am?
ready, yes, we are ready to collab with the department.
Ma'am, what's the
Okay.
question?
Yes,
No,
ma'am, we are
one
ready to
second.
collab.
Because
Question.
this entire stage is talking about creating awareness. It is a major issue and it has to be understood by very scientifically. If
but
you are
what's-
ready, yes, we are there
Oh.
and we are
You
coming
have
and
rightly
meeting you.
identified, man, awareness is very
Yes,
important.
very, very important.
We are open, let us
IEC,
work together.
IEC, it is not
So,
even
yeah, yeah.
awareness.
Yeah, yeah,
IEC,
fine,
yeah.
yes.
We will.
Super, super.
yeah.
And we request the audience, please be very specific whom your
What is
question
the
No, no, no.
question?
When you are talking about awareness and other thing, we are working both urban and rural. This is
All
a
right, I
major
think she
issue.
wants to
This
say
is
that
a
she
major
is-
issue. On behalf
It's okay,
of the
sis.
communities, I am talking to you.
Fantastic.
It is a conversation. It is required.
Ma'am, agreed.
No, it is
Lovely.
not a question kind of thing.
No, no, thank you so much.
No, no,
Thank
no.
you.
You need to be so polite.
Ma'am, another question is coming up. We've got so many other people.
Hello,
Thank
good
you so
afternoon,
much.
sir. I am Vikram from Sudarshan Bhai. With regard to MSME, I want to know. suppose
Little
I set
close.
up a- Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Suppose we set up a new
Who has
industry.
the question?
The problem to Patil sir.
Go ahead.
The problems we face is, suppose I bring a new product to the market, they will ask me empanelment of the product. So I need to have background for that, 3 years or 5 years background. So why is this, when I already have a BIS certificate, a license already from one of the departments, why do I again need to register myself with 3 years or 5 years of experience, pay earnest money for that empanelment, and I need to do this for several departments several times. For supplying in railway, I need to register myself in 10 places. To supply in Karnataka government in different departments, different registrations. So I have to run around with my product, with my licenses, hundreds of departments, which will take me another 5 to 6 years only to register myself, forget supplying the product. So what is
the question, my friend? What's the question?
So how can government help me in giving me a single license, suppose a quality license given by BIS, why should I keep having that experience of 5 to 7 years before start supplying to any department?
Go ahead. No, his question is why should I...
Sir, as I understand, why you need to have, the certificate which is valid for few years.
Sir, see, I make you clear. We are the MSME.
No, what is the question,
What
sir?
your mind, sir?
Hold it close by.
Sir,
Question.
We are MSME manufacturing in Karnataka, having BIS license, having all other license, either TC license or any license is required we have. And we go to the either any department, airport authority, railway or any authority. They say that you have to get your vendor approval, empanelment. You should have 7 years, 6 year experience in supplying to this department. How can?
Yeah, okay, I got your question, sir. Sir, I got your question. So, to be an MSME, see what MSME department, we recognize MSME only through one within registration, which is an online, which happens in less than half an hour. But your product, when you are going to supply to different ministries, so your question is, so here we don't have a control because every ministry has their own procurement policy, like a Ministry of Defense. So they will have a different procurement conditions, procurement guidelines, and so we actually don't have control over that. So every ministry will have their own procurement rules and conditions.
So Arvindji, one एक मिनट ठहरो, तभी तो सबर कर. Tomorrow, We have a very good session between 2 and 3:30 on vendor development. The whole session, listen to me, 8 minutes, sir, suno to say. We have a whole session on vendor development. Who all are coming there? We've got Mr. Parasuraman, who is the chairman, who was the earlier CEO of Toyota. We've got Mr. Vinod Kumar from the Indian National Space Promotion. We've got Amarjeet Singh from Bharat Electronics. We've got Lakshmi Narayan ji from BHEL. We've got somebody coming from Power Grid, from Railways, whole host of people. My only request is, please tomorrow, please attend the session tomorrow and ask that question.
One thing what I will like to draw your attention, you don't want to listen. Just one.
No, there is no question of that here.
You are MSME department.
Yes,
You are
sir.
the director of MSME.
Yes, sir,
One
tell
thing I
me.
tell you.
Tell me.
And MSME.
Now, sir, for your
Sir,
question.
One minute. Any product should have their technical specification and from the department. Either it should be BIS or some standard parameter is there. If you are meeting that parameter, even Supreme Court has said in so many cases, you cannot bar from that company to buy the product. And when state MSME is there, state MSME duty, the director duty is there to support the company, get the
Sir, to tell you, okay. You allow me to answer
Very specific to
Allow me to answer your question, sir. Please. The tenders are floated by a committee which is there in PSUs, who decides the quality and the requirement very clearly. Okay? It is the discretion of the committee to decide the product procurement and also the supply of the same by the entrepreneur who is going to supply. The mere qualification of you also produce, I also produce will not come into picture when we supply to such tenders, because the tenders may be for a long time procurement or a short time procurement. If it is for a long time procurement, there has to be a justification on the not only quality but also on the supply part. If you are a very new entrepreneur who have started your particular business, I'm not talking about your quality matching here, but the experience do count, because they will see your not only the question of your production, but also whether you can meet the number of goods which they have for the requirement. So these are all something which committee decides in the procurement. Okay? Now, when you say you qualify with all the papers, okay, be it your BIS, be it your whatever the requirement of the tender requirement, you may qualify, but the qualifying through their committee's requirement through such rules also is very essential when you have to qualify for that particular tender.
All right.
It doesn't lie with our hands, it lies with the committee which floats the tender.
Sir, I really appreciate and understand what you're trying to say over here. See, I'd like to invite you to our stall over here. We have gas pipe, we have the license for BIS as well. The problem is that every tender, they say that you need to have minimum quantity to be supplied prior experience, or minimum number of years you should have the experience. We don't have either. And it's the same thing, like someone going for a job. And if everyone says that without experience we cannot hire you, then we will never have the experience.
So
That is the policy.
So we have experience to,
Guys.
if we supply some quantity, at least
Shashi,
10%.
I'll just come in. May I say something to you? The whole idea of this session is for us to also figure out and work with policymakers and try and see. So can I suggest something to you? First, Kiran, can you take over the mic from him? Thank you. No, 1 minute. Listen to me. I'm out of time. But my suggestion to you, please, like Samantha ji said, on awareness, my suggestion is, please meet them. Okay? Whenever you have the time, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, go to their office on Monday, whenever. try and see how we can influence policy. What you're saying to someone who's not part of the system sounds a little troublesome. Okay? But to overcome that, you need to work with them and see how can you work on policy. Are you with me? Maybe you won't get any answers today because they can't. Are you with me? It's beyond them, but go work with them. Go meet them, go talk to them. And I think that's what everybody is saying. Engage with us. Like Shamantaji very nicely said now on awareness, figure this out, work and try and get solutions. Is that okay? Sorry sir, is that
that's
a reasonable answer?
Yeah.
Yeah? Look, FKCCI, PI, CASIA will all make sure that you guys will be in a position to collaborate and work with them. This is our assurance to you. Is that okay? Right, we've run out of time, ladies and gentlemen.
Issues are taken by the associations with the government.
Absolutely.
They regularly meet the chief minister and the concerned minister, and all the associations are very, very vocal and very, very supportive of the MSMEs.
May I just say something, sir? I don't know how many of you know Ms. Gunjan Krishna Arvind. Suniye. How many of you know Mrs. Gunjan Krishna? We worked with her. We submitted a policy paper on payments, which she then took up at the ministry level. Okay? And 2 years later, this policy has now come on how payments to MSMEs must be prioritized and stuff like that. So it's possible. Let's work on this and get it done. But may I now call on Mr. Sairam Prasad, our Vice President, to please come up. Quickly, Sairam, and hand over mementos to all our speakers. Come, Sairam. Sairam. Mr. Nitesh Patil, please. Mr. Nitesh Patil.
I am also giving one.
Mr. Shiv Shanmugam is also going to give a Mr. Shiv Shanmugam is going to be handing it over to Mr. Shashi Kumar. Then Sairam ji will hand over a memento to Pawan Kumar Sharma. Pawan Kumar Burman. Mr. Tipeshappa would like to hand over a memento to Premlata ji. Next up. Next session slide. Slide only the next session.
We have one lucky dip, 2 minutes.
Sir, you are in charge now.
ತಗೊಳ್ಳು ಉಮೇಶ್ ತಾಕೋರ ಅಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಹೆಸರು ಉಮೇಶ್ ಶಂಕರ್ ನೋ ನಂಬರ್ Jannavi B. Please come on the stage, Jannavi B.